Hello, everybody. Welcome and thank you for joining us here once again. Here we are after another couple of weeks break, and today I'm excited to bring through Marinella, who has been, working with Anastacia for so long behind the scenes as a Blu-ray sister, and I'm just so excited to bring her energy in today and for her to share her perspective as we kick off this new episode, which is episode 8. And so, Marinella, would you like to come in and introduce yourself and what you'll be talking about today?
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Chris. So what I'm talking about today is I am enough. And to me, what this means is our mantra has been, is being free to be me. This has always been a challenging one for me. So we're learning and growing every day, and I've been blessed with knowing Anastacia and meeting someone that is perhaps, I would say, on my wavelength and can see me for who I am and has helped me grow.
Warped. I'm warped. So if you tell people that, I'm on the warped level, I'm on the warped wavelength of unconditional love with you.
Yes.
Beautiful, Marin. Yes. The unconditional love of someone else that sort of speaks our language, or that feels deeply, that felt that hadn't been seen or heard. And I was just saying to Marinella just before we came on live was, tell Chris about what it was like, how we met and what you felt, how we met. And it was that, what was it for you when we met?
Oh, just that instant connection. Just, I just felt how genuine you were. And I knew that you could see the true me. And I just wanted to be able to just sit there and just talk.
I can feel tears. Yeah. Well, how many hours? And that's what I do. And then you talk hours.
You know what the word is? You know what the word is? It's relief. It's relief. Oh my God, I found someone from my planet. It's really a little bit like that, because all my life you sort of talk in a language, in your language, because what I've learned about myself is that I see things differently, I feel things deeper, and I just know things that when you grow up you feel or you think that everyone else can see and feel. And when I met you, I mean, it's been a lot of years now that so much learning has flowed one after the other. And I mean, every day.
I just want to pause. There's a crystalline grid upgrade happening, Marinella. If you just tilt your head back, and what I'm seeing is all the rainbow colors, crystal flowing through you as you've come in and you were speaking before. And part of coming in here today, so if we just tilt our head back, feel the energies of the joy come up through our higher heart, up and out, that we're here today with Marinella and Chris, the three of us in our new co-creating series, episode number 8 with Marinella. I just want to take a moment and honor this space, because there's tears that are here of what it's taken so long to come here, to be together is so huge. These every 4 weeks for 2022 are golden healing grail codes, updates, crystalline updates energetically while we speak and talking. And Chris and Marinella and I come from so much unconditional love with each other that makes this possible, where they understand the flow of the energies of the pauses to upgrade, to breathe, and the healings that are coming through that will slow it down and shift. Each soul that comes on here is so brave. Thank you so many people for joining us. This is about being different, bringing through something different, raw and real and live from behind the scenes. There is nothing else on the planet like this, of new ascending earth master energies, vibration, 5D, 6, 7, 8, up to 9th dimensional right here live today. And I just want to honor the 1st of May and everything that's led to us from ancient times to be here at this point to meet you all again. because we've known each other before. A spark of the source and divine knows each other as giant golden mirrors together, uniting in a new earth energy. New unity is community coming together. And I really want to anchor that into Gaia and all of humanity right now with you all, masters. Thank you everybody for showing up. Your energy is linking in. Can you feel it coming through all your chakra energy centers, up, out, round? Just gently linking spirit and soul, just allowing your energy centers, chakras, an upgrade. These are freely gifted healings for you consciously to uptake, because today is also including Marinella's going processing a lot while I'm doing this, as you can see, Chris as well. Marinella, what were you processing as I'm talking, sweetie? Because that's still happening. What's going on for you?
Feeling the energy calm down and myself ground in, and a calmer feeling has come over me.
And everybody, have you noticed the elephant in the room? 3 blue elephant energies. Have a look at this. You know, very indicative, not pre-planned, you know, very much the blue, the different colors, very, very important today. The message I was given, the picture shifting, Marinella, masculine and feminine balancing, because today you being part of this, everybody, is a healing for all of humanity. Right now, you are fulfilling your divine soul and spirit purpose by being here. For whenever you see this and feel this, you are contributing and making a difference, and you are enough. And Marinella's realization to come in today is to share about more for her of what I am enough means for her. And it also said here, getting back to myself. So Chris, I'll let you run with that with Marinella. I'll keep going with these energies. I am enough, getting back to myself is what this was about for you.
Yes.
And I'd love to hear that, because it really is a journey, you know, and it's something that we've all encountered and have, you know, run into along our ascension journey. And so, yeah, Marinella, I hear in your email, you actually wrote that you would love to speak about your journey of getting back to yourself. And so, yes. Yeah, just share what you feel to share, and then we'll just go in the flow.
Yeah, well, what that means for me is along our journey, every so often we fall off our path, if you like, or we get a little bit lost amongst all the noise, and getting back to ourself, and then finding people like Anastacia and yourself and the 144 is what's helped me to remember who I really am. And tears are coming. Oof.
And it's that community, you know, it's that, yes.
And just getting back to who we really are, and that it's okay. After you've been around energies that don't know themselves, are insecure, and it's easy to fall off track. And Anastasia's guidance has been just keeping me alive, really. As she says often, we've all, between me, her and Grace, we've all kept each other alive. And that's a big, big thing. And I understand more and more the importance of being who we are and allowing ourselves to be free. For so long, it feels like society, family lets us know that, and not that they say it in words, but it's in the energy, and that's what I pick up on, that no, it's not okay to be you, because I'm going to feel insecure if you feel as complete or as whole or as good as you do. And so you
or I
can lose myself in that, or I can what I really do is I back down because I don't want the other person to feel uncomfortable or insecure.
That's interesting.
So what Anastacia has taught me for so many years is the self-sacrifice that I have done and been doing without even realizing, because for me it was just a given. You just give and you are who you are. And you know, I wouldn't take it back because I am who I am. I do it with so much love. And I love my family, my extended family, and I'm just a person of love. And what you're helping me with is the boundaries and the perspective of that, darling. And I honor you so much for all that you do and for who you are and who Chris is, because in being the person that Chris is with his healing words is phenomenal. You help so many people on so many levels. And you, Anastacia, I mean, you just do so much.
I'll just say, Marinella, that what you see right there is the perfect reflection of you, because you're doing the same exact thing in your own unique way. You know, it's like you say, it's been hard because that loving nature is just part of who we are, you know. And for so long, I know, like for myself, it's like, yeah, I felt the need to just give and give and give. And then eventually it's like you give till you can't no more. And then it's like, oh man, now where do I go? I need to find a new way, you know. And then we start to learn to pull our energy back into ourselves, you know, put those blinders in on, you know, focus in on within ourselves. And then we fill our cup to go fill, you know, to help the others. But yeah, I totally resonate so much to your story and your sharing, because I feel like it's so relevant to each and every one of us, you know, and what we face coming up.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
And Anastacia, do you have?
I'm just shifting some pretty big energies releasing. I think we just need to take a breath, because people are saying resonating so much. Marinella's energy, someone shared 3 stars, 100%. So that was really big, what you just shared, Marinella. And it really was a riff. It was, I'm just taking a moment to take all that in.
Yeah.
It's like you waited a whole lifetime to, you know what, coming in these videos, as I say to people, it might look simpler or easier than what it is on an energy level, to come from behind the scenes. Every single person that comes on, Marinella, the clearings we've done with you, everybody receives massive that we can't put into words. We are in beyond word times. And that's what I'm just feeling, the enormity, because it was shown to me years ago for you in being a Blu-ray, what's called a Blu-ray elder. Shakina Blu-ray and myself, Shakina has shared what a Blu-ray is very briefly. We're transmuters, we feel everything deeply. There's also indigos as well, but I just want to focus on the Blu-ray energies for you at the moment, is that I let you know you're a Blu-ray. I'm a magnet for people that are Blu-rays. You're a Blu-ray. And you're also, Marinella's spirit has let me know that you are behind the scenes, yet a pioneer for humanity, working with Blu-ray family energies. And quite often what you feel is you're breaking through, that I can feel and see after all these years, as a Blu-ray for family energies for the whole planet. You had no clue, yet I was able to mirror back and let you know that, to help you find that worthwhile purpose, for the reason for everything that you were going through was for a greater purpose. And I want to mirror that out for everybody watching here today, and say that for every one of you here, all of you are making a big difference in who you are, because you are enough just as you are right here and now. Thank you, Kerry. Feel the beyond release that's happening. Now energies are starting to integrate again, and we can come back in and we can shift to the next phase of energies, with us 3 being here today. If any of you do feel to speak and share something, please do. If not, I can feel in myself, because we just had like a whole dimensional shift just happened then? So everything's gone blank. So I need to re-feel in again. Is something coming for you, Marinella, right now?
Yeah, so what's coming now that's fitting in perfectly with what you're saying is something that I heard on Cry On that I listened to, and they talked about the lighthouse. And oh my gosh, gosh, this is so deep. I'm just picking up on that emotion, and that we are like the lighthouses, and without that, the ships wouldn't be able to see where they go. And that analogy, as you know, Anastacia, I love all your analogies.
From spirit, 6D, from 5D and beyond, 6D and beyond, ascension is analogies, visions, and less words. So you need to really tune in. Thanks for allowing me to share this while you're in that space with your beautiful sharing, Marinella, that if you really, the unconditional love is so important for yourself, because visions come after that with ascension. So yes, that's how spirit comes through to us. We need to be clear vessels and channels. So you're sharing about the lighthouse. Whew.
Yes, and they talked about how important the lighthouses are to the ships to see where they're going. And to me, that was a big aha moment, because I'm like, oh, well, me, the 144, and many of us, you know, we are the light. Especially in a world today that there's so much confusion and there's so many lies, and people don't know what to believe or where to go. And if we can be strong and true to ourselves and true to our light, it gives people hope. It gives
How have you found to do that? How have you found to do that for yourself? Has it been by verbalizing and setting your boundaries and speaking up for you? What's it taking for you?
As in to do that with others?
For yourself, to be that lighthouse for you.
It comes back to me.
Did you like that, Chris?
Okay, girl. You know, seriously, it's the nurturing. It's coming back to recognizing your own worth and
my own worth. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I want you to personalize it. I want you to personalize it and bring it to first person. That's the flip here. That's the switch, is to flip it. I know you're sharing outwards, and I want you to share from, thanks, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
For you,
yes.
What was it for you personally? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That I am a light. I am enough. And I help so many on so many levels. And you helped me with that when you said to me once, oh, you just gave them a healing. And I said, and I knew what you meant. And I realized I'd been doing that most of my life. And yes, so now just accepting myself that, yes, I have got that light.
And how it needs to be an energy exchange, and how what you were doing were giving of your light so much. And what happened was you gave so much of your light, you became depleted here in the human being and ended up suffering in the physical. I have to say it as it is. This is the truth.
Yes.
We can talk.
Yes. We
need to be different. And I know you guys know this. I'm just talking generally. We need to be different today in the co-creating videos. We're not just here to talk about, this is for everyone that may be new, talk about the energies. We're here about embodying raw and real through ourselves and our life's experiences. We are worlds apart from most of the spiritual community. And this is blessing everybody for their roles and purpose, that talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. This is sharing from our private and personal experiencing through our embodying, that when we're not realizing that energy needs to be an exchange, and we're natural born givers and we give and we give, what happens is the light gets depleted.
Yes, it dims, gets dim.
Yes.
It gets dim.
This is massive. This theme keeps coming up over and over a couple of times, Chris. Did you want to add anything here?
Yeah, that's totally huge, because for now, that's the phase that I really feel we've reached in our own personal ascension. You know, it's that equal energy exchange, and also, you know, there's always going to be a need for help. So that's where we have to be smart and, you know, do it in a way that brings us joy and freedom as well, because it's no longer living in divine service. But go ahead.
That's it. It's about the choosing. Correct. I know what you're saying is because it shifted for me living in divine service 24/7. I was so excited. I couldn't wait to jump in then, Chris. I was just reading. I was just reading what others were writing, and I'm like, yes, you're right. It's about the joy and the freedom. It's about shifting and talking. And I'm excited because 26 years living in service, like you were all doing your ascension by yourself in the earlier days. I too, in paving a new way for humanity, I get excited because we've waited a very long time to shift this to joy and freedom. We've worked hard. We've worked our butts off. And so many of us have faced death and dying and dis-ease and ailments within the physical body. Many still are, whereas people have this, you know, your body's going to be perfectly healed and the world is going to be perfect and the new earth, and we're going to turn up, it's going to be pristine. Fuck me, we're in the middle of creating that. The reality in the human physical body at the forefront, behind the scenes, is a real different kettle of fish and world. So there's something I'm delving in deep and releasing some old energies here, you too. Is anyone feeling what's happening here? Whew. We're clearing something out. I've got a comment. Did you guys feel to add anything at this moment?
The balancing and the boundaries are vital at this point. I totally agree. They make a total difference. And yes, we've got to allow the joy and the love in our hearts and reward ourselves and recognise myself and what I've done.
You're doing that. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Keep going, honey.
Yeah. No, just to balance, and the boundaries are just life changing. And putting them into motion has made all the difference. I'm still in the middle of it, but it's a work in process, work in progress.
The key is putting it into motion instead of just talking about it as well, isn't it?
100%.
And for me, Anastacia, I'll share that, like the perfect analogy that Marinella used was a lighthouse, you know, and it's in being that lighthouse, but it's not through our words anymore, you know, it's all through our actions, because just like with Anastacia, for Marinella and me, it was that resonance. She didn't even have to do anything special. It was just her being herself. And we felt that connection of the divine from her and within ourselves. And I feel it's the same exact way in just embodying, because we could say all the stuff that we want to, but that's a difference in even just this show right here, because what we were talking about, we've lived. And so it goes out in that sense that it's not theory or anything like that, where even like talking about the new earth, we're not there yet. You know, we're still in the middle of, like Anastacia said, creating and making that, you know, what they're saying a reality. But it's taking the hard work of actually, you know, having the practical tools of ascension to get from where we're at to that point eventually. But we have work to do, you know.
Yeah.
Dear Anastacia, as you know, this is all new to me. I do have much to say in this world and continue to work with my vulnerabilities. I would love to speak about the journey of getting back to myself and how you constantly reminded us that being ourselves is enough. I would like to reiterate pulling your energy back. Did you want to say something, Marinella?
Oh, pulling the energy back is, pulling my energy back is life-saving as well, and has made all the difference. And, you know, quite funny, the process with certain things that you say, I don't really understand at first sometimes what you mean. I'm like, okay, I need to sit with that. What does pulling my energy back mean exactly? And and just beautiful, just so refreshing.
So
to
what does it
learn.
mean for you to pull your back energy back in? What does it actually mean for you? How do you do that personally? How do you work with that? What do you do?
Just even having time on your own, being away from everybody and just feeling like I'm giving the energy to me. Like what a big turnaround. I'm, putting that love and that honoring that I do so much externally. That's where the balance has to come in. I need to do that for me. And as a mum, we've always been told that, of course, when you look after yourself firstly, then that benefits your children. And I find great comfort in that and value in that. So coming back.
There's a balance of an equilibrium happening right now. Thank you. As soon as you spoke to that about the mother, there's a hormonal energy balance happening. There's a left and right brain, masculine, feminine, balancing coming through. Lots of people are writing some beautiful comments here. And this is beyond the words of what Marinella said, because we're in new energies and we've just recently had a collective shadow release of old family energy. So if you feel you know what we're talking about, that's really wonderful. I'd like to introduce for you to sit back and take this in as new information on a higher vibrational level. This is very important. I say this. These are not just, did you want to add anything, you two? Did you feel to add anything while I'm talking at the moment?
Just that it's a whole transformation. It's a transition, complete transition.
Good one, Dal. Of what we want?
Of what we once knew and creating the new every day.
It's taking time, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's not an overnight thing.
This is, Chris?
I just want to go over this, what Marinella wrote here. And she put, I feel I am just getting back into stepping out in the world. And although it's new and out of my comfort zone, I know it's vital. And yeah, I feel that was just cool to add right there, because it's taking us stepping out of our comfort zone for what we've known for so long, and our ascension isn't exactly what it once was. It's evolving, it's shifting and changing. And so now we're creating new modalities, new ways of doing things and operating. And yeah, that's the whole part of the transition. That's kind of shaky, and a little bit unknown. And I'll admit that for myself, but it's something that I feel is leading to something much better. Much more free, freedom is what I get with that.
I like that.
Yeah. And allow myself to have a better world.
That's a big one. Whoa, whoa, what happened there?
Wow.
That's interesting, that one.
That's huge.
Well, that's another thing that you did many years ago, is sometimes we need to give each other permission. It's okay.
And one person at a certain time might bring something through from the divine, through their higher self, through them voicing, that hits you with an impact like what you just brought through. That I just felt that, because a lot of people don't want to, and they have that close thing, what's the point, and the government's this, and what's the point, and why, and what's that doing is keeping that energy close. So when you said to allow ourselves, something really big, it was beautiful feeling what you brought through and just saying that was really nice. Also, us being the water flowing around the rocks. You like that analogy? That was one of the ones that
love that. I love it. Just don't worry about rocks. Keep flowing, people.
The rocks will always be there. Keep flowing the water around the rocks. You like that one, honey? I'm glad.
Oh,
and slowing down. Sorry, did you want to share any more about that one?
No, you're just so right. 100%. There's always going to be the boulders in the way, and we just learn how to continue flowing around them and being ourselves and washing over them, and we grow.
Safe. Yes, and safe and protected with that.
Yes.
Being safe and protected and guided. We know that, you know, different things come up. That's okay. There's people are crying. Marinella, you're on fire. Thank you. Tears coming for this healing today. There's a lot of beautiful comments being written here. The brighter the light, the more we trigger others, I'm finding, and more protection and boundaries are needed. Beautiful. Natalie wrote that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. We need to bring this here. The brighter the light, the more we trigger others, and finding more protection and boundaries are needed. Most definitely. That's exactly what we're talking about. Hey, Marinella, have you found this with yourself recently? Have you grown and shifted because you've really changed recently? You wrote, you felt like you did a full transition of being in the new recently. Something's shifting here. An energy just coming on, just shifting when I said that. Are you guys getting to share anything, or do you want me to keep going with this? Whew.
Yeah, keep going. Definitely the protection needs to be up there, because we are in the firing line, because, well, I guess we're just so different. Well, I'm different, and it stands out what you say or do. And so learning how to protect yourself, and like you say, being a mirror, like I love you say, I'm a mirror, like they are seeing themselves in a lot of instances. It's reflected
and more
back.
more so that's heightened. That's been like that for most of our lives. For those of us that are transmuters, not everybody will feel as deeply in transmute like we do, and that's okay. No competition, no comparison. Everybody feels things differently. Some people feel it deeper than others, as in their lights are instant transmute. It was really good that Natalie shared that she's realizing that the more she grows and become consciously aware of her personal energy space, she's now able to now see and separate her energy. What's mine? What, remember the 50-50? What's mine? Yeah. What's theirs? That's another good method. What's mine? What's theirs? Wow. It's another tool to bring in to be able to discern, and you've got to want to. And you've got to want to make a choice, and you need to be conscious. And sometimes we need to get pushed, and we need to fall down some rabbit holes and injure ourselves until we really get at what is our physical body telling us. Marinella, you've had a lot of experience with your physical body, with the energies.
Yeah, listening to your physical body is very important. In a busy world, we're told to ignore it many times, and I've learnt, and you
I just felt you go, back off. Don't share with me any of my personal stuff about my physical body. Don't think I didn't feel that. That's the beauty. Oh, that's the beauty of knowing you for what, 9 years have I known you? Your energy, our energies.
I've got too many to go over, haven't I?
I'm not going to divulge everything that's going on for you personally, girlfriend. I wouldn't do that to you live streaming with everybody. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, the key message is,
yeah,
and I feel the secret really is to listen to your body. When something happens, it's telling you something, and do something about it. You know, honor yourself and listen to it.
So what are the mind traps? Okay, so what are the mind traps? You've been caught in a mind trap somewhere with your physical, working with the families that I've been helping with you for a while, as you helped me as well with a lot of my stuff too. So what is the mind traps? Because there's mind traps with this that we just don't quite get it.
Yeah, well, I'm actually going to divert for a little bit when you said about the 50-50 thing.
Yep.
As well. What I love about that is, that's so true. When you know yourself and your stuff, or my stuff, what's going on, then when someone says something or does something and you go, oh yeah, I know that's yours. That's you. I've already worked on that. I've done that. I've been
in
through
an
that.
Unconditional love, gentle way is the clincher.
Yes.
I know that you come from that space, and in honor and reverence. Okay, that one's yours. I've worked through mine. You do it in peace and love. That's the difference.
Yes.
Not the ego spirituality of, that's yours. You know, the narcissistic stuff. No. We're talking about genuine. Keep going, beautiful.
Yes.
That genuine realization. No, I've worked on that. And what happens to you in that moment? Do you find that your power comes in that moment when you have that realization?
Yes, that's one of the big things. Yeah, our empowerment, my empowerment, definitely. Because I know who I am. I'm aligned with the divine. I know what I'm talking about, where I'm coming from, what I mean. Don't try and tell me something different. That must be coming from somewhere else. And that's what needs to be worked on outside. And many times
big release is happening here. Chris has got something to share. Hang on, Marinella, I need to pause. There's something releasing here with that. It's good. I'm feeling your power and strong, but I'm releasing the older energies of times past when we didn't feel in our power in those circumstances. Chris, are you feeling to share anything?
Sure. And I'll speak to me getting back to myself personally. And I'll just say, one of the biggest things for myself, and it's still an ongoing process, is trusting myself, because there would be times, when I would get something from my body or intuitively or whatever, and then I'd question it, or I'd go into the head and like, is this the truth, or is this mine, or and eventually you get your answers, but it's in coming back to yourself and learning to trust yourself and being like, yes, that is it. That's my personal power. Yes. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that, honey. And what's helped you with that? I know I've been a mirror to be able to help you, but it's really is about bouncing off unity as community with our new earth. Keep going. You keep going with that one.
It is. And Marinella spoke to it a little bit earlier, and it's about finding that community, because for so long, we didn't have the people to bounce off of, and now the time has provided that opportunity, and now we're able to be like, hey, this person's going through the same thing, and you can kind of, and just by talking and tabling, that's really where it came from you and me, and a lot of the breakthroughs, and just sharing. And yes, and once you get that confirmation, and it's like, oh, I am validated in what I feel, then you can kind of feel like more confident and run with what you get. Even if you do fall, and trip sometimes, that's just part of the process, but you will get there. I guarantee it.
Oh, Jesus, boy, thank you for your golden message today to all of humanity. Marinella, did you want to share something, darling?
I love what you say there, Chris, about just asking yourself, okay, well, is that mine, or is that not? And often Anastacia would say, well, if you're asking yourself often, it's not yours. And I love that, just being able to have that moment and go, oh, okay, and then just move on.
Release and go.
The pebble with the carpet, method. Because there's some things we won't be sure, and it's just old energies. And the recent analogy was, that's a pebble. Lay the carpet over the top, keep moving on a high vibration rung, trust yourself with the divine. The pebble will disintegrate eventually. We don't have another lifetime to spend super delving in anymore. That message came recently, which was huge, because I'm big for underneath and digging deep, but it works for now, doesn't it? Marinella, do you like the pebble with the carpet one?
I do, very much, because I'm very, very much want to resolve everything, want to have it resolved now, want everyone to be happy, everyone to be in the right place, for themselves. But in reality, I've learned it's not like that. Everyone's where they're at for whatever reason, for their own life. And
it's hard at the beginning to adjust, isn't it? The reality and the shock. I can tell you, and you'll share this with me. Yeah, the two of you both. Yes, you go into a bit of a shock. Look at you. Please talk and share what it is for you. Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
Please share what it is for you. The shock at first.
Oh, the shock. It's the letting go. I guess it's the reflecting on, on that they are coming from a different place, and then just being
accepting
okay.
the reality of it, though.
Yes, and letting go, and then just accepting and letting go. Yes, definitely. Yeah,
that's
and
a big
being okay
process.
with it.
And that's a big process, though. They're just small words, like when we say it, but that process, it took you 3 days for yourself in your ascension in the past to accept the reality of where a certain person was, me too, in your life. It took you 3 days of grieving. It's a 3-day resurrection process, isn't it? You were in shock. You were in shock.
Yes.
Because we have dreams, and so many people, we're going to start slowly winding up is what I'm getting. So we may go for 5-10 more minutes, but I like to say to people when the energy is winding, we haven't got much longer to go. Can you feel the energy is starting to wind up?
Yes.
Okay. It is the shock in the realization, because so many of us have had unconscious dreams that we've had for a very long time, and we haven't realized that those unconscious dreams of a previous timeline, and now we're coming into new earth ascension, and we're not realizing that there's an old program. Come in anytime you two as you feel. There's an old program of the, because this is happening right now with many. Okay, and I'm bringing this to light. This is really big. This unconscious old patterns or dreams and visions are still happening underneath, and they're not understanding why it's not. It's like oil and water with this new earth energy we need to create, of accepting that everything has changed. In the past year, Patricia Coder-Robles brought through a video, and I also shared that it's flipped. Everything has changed. We reached critical mass. And that this recent 17th of April, Easter Sunday, Ishtar resurrection was so big. It was the most light that's ever flooded to the planet ever. Did anyone miss that? I did share about it. Is everyone realizing that just 2 weeks ago, these family energies, because we're talking about family energies, so much light come, it's like the big wave, and underneath, when the wave of light pulls back, all the crud and the crap is being revealed at the bottom of the ocean. And to see the crud and the crap of where everybody is at, those closest to you, is a shock at first. I cannot say it is a shock. It may be a shock for many in some way in our system to understand we're in new earth ascension times, creating newly. So letting go of the old and others is a really big process. I'm seeing our planet Earth here right now. Chris and Marinella, do you want to add anything? Because this whole new world energy is coming in right now.
I was just going to say, it's a natural thing, naturally, for us to grieve with that letting go. It's like the old is dying, so we grieve. And that's what I've felt with many changes. It comes with the letting go.
Allowing the tears. Thank you for sharing your tears earlier and the energy of your tears, to allow others to share their tears. What a blessing you are in I am enough. I am enough. I'd like us to place our hand on our higher hearts. Is there anything else you'd like to just take a moment, Marinella and Chris? I am enough. I am enough. Beautiful birds in the background. Is that you, Marinella?
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. Is there anything else you'd like to share? And Chris, I'll just take a moment to allow.
Sure. And I'll finish up by just saying that, you know, for me, like actually just in wanting to get to a point for so long and actually getting to the point is two completely different things that I'm figuring out. And so
that's
now,
interesting. Explain what you mean. That's interesting.
Okay, so like you were just talking about, like letting go of our dreams that we had before, you know, like if like there's certain things that I wanted to do, and I feel like now if I still try to pursue those things, it's not going to work out. So for me, like reaching this point, there's been like a sense of needing to, or just for me to find acceptance, because and realize that, you know, all that has occurred and the way that my path has gone has been the way that it's needed to be for my highest, you know, good and outcome.
And you mean to feel and embody that consciously. There's a difference in just saying that, because I've heard spiritual people say that, Chris, but what you're saying is to feel and embody that is a whole other thing.
That's really it, the embodying. Yeah, that's really it. Because we have a vision in our head, but once you get to embody it, then it really sets in. So yeah, it's like, and then to speak on the shock, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, I've reached this point and all those other things I kind of have, you know, lifted and gone. Now where do I find my new direction? And that's kind of been the shock for me, is just like creating this new path and this new way forward. And yeah, so I just felt to share that for my personal journey.
Feels good. It's notching it up 100 gears, isn't it? It's taking it up a gear and going, okay, it's really here. This is real. It is different. It is, whoa, the consciousness of it. We're in a dream state before is what I was getting. It's like a dream state.
And now it's reality. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
It really is. Yep, totally. That's what keeps us going, honest, or it does me, you know. Otherwise I'd be like, I'm out the door, you know.
Yeah.
It's got to be fun. We gotta find that joy in our new ascension.
Yeah. Yeah. And passion.
Yes.
Passion in what we love to be and what we love to do.
That's the other key. The passion is fucking vital. You're just getting back to yours, Marinella, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. It's exciting. It's exciting to know that we can plan our own, plan our own life, our own way, on our own terms. And it's exciting to get back to the passion, get back to the love and ourselves, and the joy.
Being true. The joy, being true to you is number one as well. With there's many number ones, being true to yourself. And as we said, so I'll wind it up now, Chris. There's the Quetzalcoatl and the rainbow serpent energies coming in for all of us, which will then go into the Ouroboros infinity symbol of the rebirth. You okay? Did you feel that, Chris? Did you just go, wow?
Totally. Yeah, totally.
I heard you. Gentle, ebb and flow, flowing around the rocks, flowing with the divine. I am enough. And learning to trust ourselves is imperative. If not us, who? If not now, when, masters? So I will leave this at this. Not sure who his number 9 is yet. I'm just getting to stay in number 8, which is number 8 is your number as well, Marinella. And you said you were so happy that this was episode number 8 for you. So I'd like to finish off. Is there anything else either of you two? I'll just finish up with one more sentence. Is there anything else you feel to share?
I would like to thank both of you for today. It's been really, really special day. Real blessing to be here with you both. And thank you very much.
And I'd like to just thank you, Marinella, for coming on today, you know, for having the courage, as we say, because it really does take a lot to show up. But, you know, we truly are enough. And the message that you shared today was so, so priceless. I just thank you. It's been an honor and a pleasure. And I wish you all the best moving forward, sister.
Thank you. Thanks, Chris.
So much love, love first. Love the love first. I've always done this, and Marinella, this is your email. I'm getting to read this. I've always done this and been blessed and protected. Meeting you and having you in my life has made it possible for me to continue in this next stage in my life. Now I'm able to embrace the passion I once asked you about and dreamt of. Your faith and belief in me has kept me alive. Your unconditional love has assisted me in getting back faith and belief in myself. I feel I'm just getting back into stepping out in the world. And although it's new and out of my comfort zone, I know it's vital. I thank you and love you as always. Talk to you soon, Marinella. Thank you for that email. That was beautiful and precious. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And know in another 2 weeks' time, we'll have another guest master. Enjoy your upgrade. I'm looking forward to watching this back. And we will see you in 2 weeks' time, everybody. Have a great 1st of May for those of us in Australia and those coming. Woohoo! May, we've made it. All right, everyone. Much love, everyone. Ciao. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.